Over the weekend, President Trump announced plans to impose tariffs on Canada, Mexico, and China. Although the tariffs intended for Mexico and Canada have been suspended for at least a month, we're still looking at potential impacts here in Kentucky.
Kylie Hill explains what could happen if they're implemented.
I previously reported how bourbon could be impacted by these tariffs, but that's not the only thing we produce in Kentucky that could be affected.
The auto industry is a big exporter. We export peanut butter. We export Post-it notes. There are just certain things that Kentucky produces that are bought all over the world.
But what exactly are tariffs?
Tariff is essentially a tax imposed on imported goods and services. So if you're importing, let's say, car chips to U.S., so you are essentially, when you're giving a tariff or you're giving a custom duties, that are essentially taxes on that import product or service.
When companies import goods, they pay the tariffs to the U.S. government. However, experts warn those costs eventually get passed on to American consumers through higher prices.
We are expecting that initially that might go very high or relatively high. It doesn't necessarily mean it will always stay there, right? Because there are other factors in the economy that can also bring back the prices down.
One of those factors would include bringing back manufacturing into the U.S. economy.
Because in the long term, if you're able to bring back manufacturing, then you are creating the product within U.S., right? So now there's going to be more competition within the domestic farms themselves. And that itself can also create a healthier competition within the U.S. economy. And that can bring our prices down as well.
Jason Bailey with Kentucky Policy says the Commonwealth is among one of the most vulnerable states because of the amount of manufacturing we do. Mexico, for example, is a big trade partner for Kentucky, especially when it comes to the auto industry, with half of the $8 billion in Mexican imports involving that sector. Kylie Hill, Fox 56 News.